Hey, what's going on, guys? Ben, aka Sweet Sauce here, and today I am bringing you another Madden video like always. And if you're new around here, I upload Madden videos daily, so make sure you subscribe for all the great content and like this video if you enjoy. So let's get right into it. So the 2019 season just wrapped up, 2020 draft just happened, so let's advance to next week. Oh, we can sim 10 years into the future. So it's either go the next week or 10 years. So yeah, anyways, as you can see from the title of the video, I'm going to be simming 10 years into the future in Madden. It's weird how you can either go to next week or 10 years. There's no in between. No next a year from now, 5 years. No, it's just next week or 10 years. So this is probably going to take a long time. So let's just get right into it, and I will see you guys in 2030. Okay, so the simming has just finished and we're actually near 2029, so the Falcons are absolutely horrible. That's cool. I don't know if it's because I was the coach and they can't do anything without me, or if they're just that bad, but anyways, let's first go to statistics, see if there are any records that were broken in the past 10 years. Tom Brady is at the top of the passing yards, above Drew Brees, and passing touchdowns, Tom Brady as well. Let's see, Ezekiel Elliott is now the leading rusher all time. Rushing touchdowns also Ezekiel Elliott. Receiving yards, Larry Fitzgerald, Julio Jones are 2 and 3. Receiving touchdowns, no one special. I saw DeAndre Hopkins in there. Catches, just Larry Fitzgerald, Julio, Hopkins. There's the current players up there. Defensive sacks, we have Khalil Mack up here, and I saw Myles Garrett down there. And defensive picks, do we have anybody that played recently? Nope. Okay, so let's go ahead and sim to the end of the 2029 season, and we can go ahead and see what quarterbacks are where, who is at the top of the ranks 10 years later, and all that fun stuff. So the Falcons did not make the playoffs with a 67 overall team. Not surprised. At least we won 2 games. So let's see who led the league in what statistics. See if there are any familiar faces at quarterback. So the best 3 players, we don't know who that is, but we have Deshaun Watson at number 4. Is that Jalen Hurts? Yep. Jalen Hurts, the pick that seems like it's the worst pick so far this year by everybody, was number 5 in passing yards this season with the Titans. Let's see, Joe Burrow is now on the Chargers, and he put up over 4,000. Baker Mayfield almost put up 4,000 passing yards as well. Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson, 2 MVPs, both put up about the same amount of passing yards. Then we have people like Drew Lock, Jake Fromm, Justin Herbert, Dwayne Haskins on the Packers. Let's see, Daniel Jones on the Steelers. Look at that, Sam Darnold with the Jets his whole career. Such an inspiration. Jordan Love on the 49ers. Tua Tagovailoa on the Colts. Jacob Eason on the Saints. Kyler Murray still with the same team. Gardner Minshew on the Saints. And I guess those are just backups now. Let's see if there's any familiar rushing people. Yep. There's Josh Jacobs still with the Raiders, top of the rushing yard leaders, and Zeke still with the Cowboys, right behind Josh Jacobs. You have Dalvin Cook, Christian McCaffrey, Saquon, Joe Mixon, Leonard Fournette. So some familiar faces: DeAndre Swift, Alvin Kamara, Devin Singletary, and Nick Chubb, and that's about it for players that are in the league now that still putting up good numbers a decade later. We have Justin Jefferson, number 2 on the receiving yards list in the NFL 10 years later. Let's see if there's anybody else we know. N'Keal Harry on the Saints, T. Higgins on the Vikings. Let's see, Chris Godwin, Juju with about 1,000 receiving yards. Tyreek Hill, DK Metcalf, Jerry Jeudy, Noah Fant. So that's pretty cool. Any defensive players we know? Yep, Patrick Queen still lighting it up. Devin Bush as well. Kenneth Murray, Fred Warner, Myles Jack, Roquan Smith, Tremaine Edmonds, okay. Pretty epic. You have Christian Fulton down here with AJ Terrell, a Falcons legend, now on the Titans. So let's go ahead and see who is at the top of the records for the season 10 years later. Okay, so at the top of the NFL, we have the Texans and the Seahawks leading their division respectively to a 12-4 season, with the Vikings behind with a 11-4-1 season. The Colts, Cowboys, Jets, Browns, Raiders, Packers, Rams, Buccaneers, Panthers, Bengals making the playoffs 10 years later. That's nice. Any teams that are doing really well now that went bad? 7-9 Chiefs, 6-10 Saints, Patriots still not doing good, 5-11 Steelers bad, and here we got 4 pretty good teams right here in today's NFL doing bad. Of course, we have the worst being the Falcons, because I guess since I was in charge, we did absolutely nothing. Let's see for the award races if there's anybody we know winning MVP or stuff like that. We have Jalen Hurts winning MVP a decade later with Deshaun Watson right behind him. Let's see. Should we go AFC or NFC? I don't want to do both, so I'm just going to let them pick. Okay, so NFC, we have Justin Herbert, number 2, with Saquon at number 5, Christian McCaffrey right under him. Defensive Player of the Year, Devin White and Chase Young, 3 and 4. Offensive Rookie, of course, we wouldn't know any rookies. Best Quarterback, I don't know where Justin Herbert went. Am I okay? Justin Herbert's the 6th best quarterback. You know, he's number 2 in Offensive Player of the Year. Saquon, still the best running back a decade later. T. Higgins, 2nd best wide receiver. And defensive line, Marlon Davidson, the Atlanta Falcons legend. Chase Young right behind him. Linebackers, we have Devin White, DB. I feel like he is, yeah, he's definitely in the league. I just don't know what team he went to. And kicker, meh. So that will wrap up the video today. As I will say in my outro, I will sim to the off season, just see who won the Super Bowl a decade later. But I upload Madden videos every single day, so if you aren't subscribed already, please make sure you go ahead and do that. Like this video if you did enjoy, and that's about it from me. Let's see who won the Super Bowl. It was the Packers. Jalen Hurts' Texans. No, Jalen Hurts was on the Titans. Never mind, but the Texans lose to the Green Bay Packers, so that's pretty cool. Super Bowl 64, that's pretty epic. But anyways, that's been it for me, and goodbye.